Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and this is going to be the second part of me showing all the 4Ks, Blu-rays and DVDs that I picked up in the last couple of months. Let's get straight to it. First up is a documentary that looks really interesting, and it's George Romero's Resident Evil. So I've heard of this before. I've heard that George Romero initially had a concept to turn the Resident Evil video game into a movie. So this looks at his vision and what could have been and kind of the circumstances as to why it didn't happen. So I've not watched it yet, but I'm very intrigued to check this out and see what he had planned and why it didn't happen. So yeah, really interesting looking documentary, this one. Next up is one called Ghost Game. This is these two internet social media people, and they do that thing where they try and get in somebody's house. They call it frogging, where they hide in someone's house and try and remain undetected. They do that for a hobby, but they go into this one house and these sort of weird supernatural things start going on. It was okay. Yeah, it was an alright film. Not the most riveting thing I've seen. I think my problem with this was the two main protagonists were rather unlikable. I didn't really... You're not on the greatest footing when you're sort of breaking into people's houses and messing with them and things like that. So, yeah, this was okay. I wouldn't rush out to go and see it, though. Next up is another documentary called Ghost Hunters. This is like a... just sort of a low-key, low-budget documentary looking at kind of spooky goings-on, ghostly myths and legends around kind of mainly rural UK. Pretty interesting, just sort of kind of easy watching really, from about the early 2000s. This is, I believe there was 4 of these, and I just happened to come across this one in a charity shop, and it was the last one that I needed, so that was a really nice find. So good to get all these into the collection. But yeah, these are nothing spectacular, pretty kind of like very low-key domestic like documentaries, but I enjoy them for what they are. Right, this one sounds interesting. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I think this is a bit of like a, I don't know, like a high-tech action horror supernatural thing. Ghost Killer. And it's like this assassin martial artist who kind of tunes into a dead person or something like that. And there's like a bit of duality and supernatural goings on amongst like this like Matrix style violence and action. So yeah, it looks like a really fun one. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. So yeah, if you've seen Ghost Killer, let me know if you had fun with it. Okay, next up is Ghost Lake, which I've wanted to see for ages. Great to finally get this. This was gifted to me actually from my friend, so thank you to him. I always thought this looked like a really cool kind of spooky, supernatural, almost like a ethereal looking horror film with these spirits rising out of the lake. It is in fact a very painfully low budget movie. Not a lot going on in it, and I have to say the acting and the dialogue is cringe. Really bad in this movie. It's got a bit of a saving grace towards the end. Like a few of the ghosts have got this like cool, watery, gooey face makeup, so I enjoyed that. But yeah, it's not a great movie. Not even kind of so bad it's good. It's just kind of dull. But it was good to finally check it out. I'm glad to have it finally. And like I say, those ghosts towards the end did look kind of gnarly with the watery faces. But yeah, I don't think many people would like this one. Right, next up from Saturn's Core, I picked up Hardcore Poisoned Eyes. I've got to try and remind myself what this one is. I think this is a very low budget slasher film. So like a shot on video slasher. Not watched it, don't know anything about it, never even heard of this movie before. I just picked this one up because it got a pretty nice Blu-ray release. So yeah, I'll check this one out at some point and see what it's like. Okay, right, this is a very nice release from Dark Sky Films. This is a steelbook release of all 4 Hatchet films. So Hatchet 1, 2, 3 and Victor Crowley. I've only ever seen the first Hatchet movie, so it was great to get these sequels. I did rewatch the first film. It's a really fun film, really good, just kind of throwback, gory slasher film. If you want like a just take your brain out and enjoy the slashery nonsense, Hatchet's a great movie for that. I've watched Hatchet 2. Didn't think that was as good, but still a fun film. So I'm looking forward to checking out Hatchet 3 and the fourth movie, Victor Crowley. So yeah, really, really nice steelbook. Definitely recommend picking this up if you want to get these movies all in one. This is a beautiful release. So yeah, good to get this one. So this next one, oh my gosh, this is way back around Halloween that I picked this up. From 101 Films, it's Halloween, which is a UK like Halloween themed movie. Oh gosh, this one, it's this guy, he's like a psycho clown guy, incarcerated, but I can't remember if he's doing it through like the TV or the satellite. I think he might be using like mind control to control people, get them to do things. It's been ages since I've seen it. Apologies. I know I did quite like it. It's a low budget movie. Some of the acting's not great, but I enjoyed the Halloween vibe of this, and the main guy, the clown guy, was pretty captivating at times. He was good. So yeah, this was pretty good. I enjoyed it for what it was. As I say, apologies, it's just been so long since I watched this one. A lot of it's gone out of my memory. Right, next up, I have no idea what to expect from this one. This is Hot Spring Shark Attack, which I believe is an Asian Japanese movie. I've seen a couple of stills from this and it looks insane. I really want to check this one out. I'm going to get this one on soon and see what it's like. But yeah, it looks really bonkers. I got a little bit of Sharknado vibes, which is never a bad thing. So yeah, I will be watching this one soon and hopefully it's as fun as it looks. Next up, so I've just got this in. Yeah, don't know what to make of this one. This is the Interview with the Vampire TV series. So yeah, this is a recent TV adaptation of the Anne Rice book and the film with Tom Cruise. So yeah, I've not heard the best things. I've heard it's a bit woke, but I'm intrigued to check it out and see what it's like. If you've watched it, let me know what you think. If you enjoyed it or not. But yeah, I'll get this one on at some point and see what it's like, see how it compares to the movie. So yeah. Next up, we've got some 50s goodness with Invasion of the Saucermen. One that I've wanted to see for years and years. Looks right up my street with the big bulbous-headed Martians. I did enjoy it. Really good film. Just yeah, if you like your 50s alien invasion, Martian movies, that kind of thing, I think you'll like this one. It's a staple movie from that time period. So yeah, great to finally get Invasion of the Saucermen into the collection. Next up from SRS, I picked up Little Cory Gory. This was okay, very low budget of this like delinquent youth. He lives with his abusive mum and brother, and he just kind of snaps, and there's a few deaths involved, bit gory. He grinds a few people up in this meat grinder thing. It's okay for like a very low budget kind of black comedy horror kind of thing. I enjoyed it for what it is. I think some people might not like the amateurish low budgetness of it, but if you're into that kind of thing, this was a pretty kind of solid example of that sort of subgenre. Right, okay, next up we have a hefty box set from Indicator. This is the Magic, Myth and Mutilation box set. A bunch of movies by Michael J. Murphy, spanning from 1967 to 2015. I'd only ever seen one of his films, and I'm not particularly well versed on the things that he's done, so interesting to pick this up. I've watched a couple of these movies now, a couple of his early ones. Some of them weren't even that long. They're okay. As it says, it's micro budget, so you sort of get what you pay for in a sense. But yeah, not the most interesting movies, I have to say, but there is some interesting, some kind of good stuff. amongst them, and I've only dipped into a few, so hopefully the rest will be pretty good. But it's a beautiful box set from Indicator. It is limited edition, but seems to have been around forever now, so I don't think it's going anywhere quite yet. But yeah, good to finally get this one and add it to the collection. Okay, next up is one called Marley's Revenge, the monster movie. Apparently a forgotten monster film from the 1980s, so I was straight on this. I was very eager to check this one out. I gotta say, I didn't enjoy it. There's not really much going on here. It's a little bit boring, other than a really kind of cheap looking monster towards the end, which I did appreciate. There's just not really much going on in this film, so yeah, unfortunately not like... I was hoping I might have like come across a Deadly Spawn or a Night Beast kind of movie that was I'd never heard of, but yeah, just kind of a bit boring, unfortunately. Next up from Eureka, I picked up their 4K beefy release of Martyrs. This looks like a really nice set. Not checked it out yet, but I'm sure the picture quality and everything on this is great. This is limited edition. I thought it would sell out quicker than what it has, but I think it is still available. I haven't really watched the film yet. I've got to be honest, I'm not really in the mood to watch this again anytime soon. It was very disturbing and depressing. Great movie, very effective movie, but wow, I don't want to go there again quite just yet. But yeah, good to get this, and as I say, this is a really nice release from Eureka, so yeah, definitely worth picking up if you like this movie or you're into your French extreme horror. Next up, I picked up Megan 2.0. Not heard the best things about this movie, and it is very different from the first one. Gotta say, I did really enjoy it. I had a good time watching this. I do find the AI concept scary anyway, although yeah, this is a lot less darker than the first one and a much more kind of slick action and a lot more kind of humour to this one too. They almost did like a Terminator 2 thing where Megan, she's the evil robot in the first one, but she comes back in this second one in a redemptive fashion to tackle an even bigger threat. So yeah, you had this going on in Megan 2. But yeah, I really enjoyed it for what it was. Had a great time watching it. Megan was actually, the Megan robot character was actually quite funny in this. It made me laugh several times. So yeah, despite a lot of the bad reviews, I gotta say I did enjoy Megan 2. I thought it was good. Next up, I picked up The Mummy's Kiss, one that I've wanted for a while. It's not one that you see very often actually. Part of the Erotic series, I believe. I enjoyed this for what it is. It's quite lowbrow. It's basically just kind of like naked chicks and this mummy creature doing business together. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this movie. Yeah, really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you want a bit of B-movie mummy trash, maybe check this one out. From Arrow, I finally got around to picking up the One Missed Call trilogy. So yeah, I haven't seen any of these movies and wanted to get this for a while. It's just I never got around to it. So yeah, good to finally get this in the collection. If you've seen them, let me know. But yeah, I'm not familiar with any of these three films, so I'll have to check these out soon. This is one I just found this randomly in CEX, Project Silence, which I believe is like these military dogs that have been souped up and go on this rampage. I heard it's like a bit of an action version of Cujo, so sounds cool, looks cool. I'll check it out at some point and see what it's like. Next up from Kino, I picked up the Republic Pictures horror collection. So this is 4 kind of vintage horror films from the 1940s. You've got The Lady and the Monster, The Phantom Speaks, The Catman of Paris, and Valley of the Zombies. Looks like a really nice set, really nice release from Kino. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. I might have an evening of 1940s horror one night soon and go through some of these. But yeah, really nice release there from Kino. Next up, I picked up Revolt of the Zombies from the 1930s, I believe. This was okay, not one of the best I've seen from the 1930s. A bit sleepy in places, but it was okay. Obviously, like around that time, it deals with more like the voodoo side of zombies, which is okay. I prefer like the shuffling Lucho Forces zombies, but yeah, if you like kind of your more subdued voodoo type stuff, maybe give this one a watch. It was an okay one from the 1930s. Next up, I picked up Rise of the Gargoyles. This one I got this cheap somewhere. It was alright. I was expecting it to be terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't like the awful movie that I was expecting. It was watchable. There's some cool gargoyle creatures in it. It takes place in like these underground catacombs and things like that, so they look pretty cool. So yeah, this was passable. It was okay. Nothing spectacular, but an okay watch. Next up, I just got a really low budget zombie one, Rise of the Zombies. Not had a chance to watch this yet. It does have Danny Trejo in it, which is pretty much the reason why I picked it up. He's quite a cool actor, so yeah, I'll set my expectations to low when I check this one out, but hopefully it'll be kind of fun. Next up, from Vinegar Syndrome, I picked up Robo Warriors. Got to say, this was great. I had a really fun time watching this one. Just these soldiers inside giant robots kind of battling it out for supremacy. Really good 90s feel to it. James Remar is in this. He's great. So yeah, it was fantastic. Had a few elements of like Power Rangers, a bit of like a Predator vibe at times, these soldiers in the jungle. The robots themselves were cool. So yeah, Robot Warriors, really awesome movie. If you want a bit of that giant robot 90s cheese, definitely check this one out. I thought it was great. Next up, from 88 Films, a really nice release from them of Shadow Zone, which is a full moon movie, which takes place in this laboratory. There's like a creature on the loose. It's okay, not the best I've seen from Full Moon. I kind of wanted a bit more creature in it. Full Moon is pretty good at getting the creatures out there, but I don't know, this one just felt a little slow in places. A little bit kind of hindered by the small laboratory setting, perhaps. But Louise Fletcher was in this. She was good. When the creature and some of the effects are in the movie, they're great. So yeah, it definitely had its moments. I've just seen better when it comes to like Full Moon and those kind of movies. Next up, I picked up Sightseers, which is one I really want to see. I've wanted to see this for a while. I think this guy takes his wife on a camping trip, and it all goes wrong. With like gory results, but it's a proper, like, I think, British black comedy sort of situational horror film. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out soon. Next up, I think this is a Shudder production, Slapface. Don't know much about this one. I think it's like a bit of an urban legend of this weird creature in the woods, and this kid like summons him or gets involved with him or something like that. It looks rather creepy. This cover looks creepy. So yeah, I'll check this one out soon and see what it's like. But never heard of it until it came out, so I was kind of intrigued to see what it was like. Next up, from Saturn's Core, I got more shot on video trash with Sorority Slaughter. Yeah, I can imagine what this one's like. They're bringing out a lot of these kind of movies, so like camcorder held gory films. I like them for what they are, but they're certainly not for everyone. So yeah, again, I'll get this one on soon and see what it's like. Okay, next up, from Arrow, I picked up their release of Spawn. Was really excited to get this. I haven't seen Spawn since it came out in the 90s, so it was a real kind of nostalgia trip to see this one again. Spawn. It's a strange movie because it's an awesome film, but it's a terrible film at the same time. It does some things rather well, but then just other things seem a bit lame. So like Michael J. White and the Spawn character are great. It's got kind of like a dark, broody feel like The Crow had. But then something like the big fat clown guy was so horribly out of place in this film. It was quite painful to see. Some really bad CGI as well. Yeah, it's a weird one because, like I say, it's spawns the most terrible, awesome movie I think I've ever seen. So yeah, nice to watch it again. I would not be in a rush to watch it again anytime soon, but yeah, it's got its moments, and really nice to see this get a good release from Arrow. So there's that at least. Next up from 101 Films, this is the Stone Tapes. Again, one I'm intrigued to check out. This was like a TV broadcast in the 70s where they go into this castle or something and they get these weird recordings. I think it's in the same tradition as like Ghostwatch, which if it is, that should be a really cool thing to see. So yeah, if you know this one, if you saw it back in the day, let me know. But yeah, the Stone Tapes, definitely intrigued to check this one out. Next up from Arrow, I picked up the 3 anthology, so 3, and then the second film, 3 Extremes. I've watched 3, thought it was okay. I need to watch 3 Extremes because I think that one is the more notorious of the 2. So yeah, I will check that one out at some point. The first one was okay. Again, I'm not huge on Asian cinema, so yeah, it was never going to be a favourite of mine, but it was okay for what it was. Okay, next up, I picked up Together. Really was looking forward to this one. It's got some really good reviews. This was okay, like a body horror movie. This couple, they get stuck in the woods, and when they come back, they find that their bodies are doing weird things, and they're like sticking to each other and things like that. At times I thought it was going to go a bit like The Substance, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as that film. This movie was okay. It dragged quite a lot. I thought they could have got the point across in about half an hour rather than like an hour and 50 minutes or whatever this movie is. So yeah, got its moments, but I could kind of see where it was going, and it was a bit slow for me. So a bit of a disappointment, but I don't know, it seems to be getting some really good reviews, so I guess a lot of you guys are liking it, which is good. Right, okay. Next up, I picked up the Toxic Avenger remake. Finally, this one gets released. This was okay. I kind of had fun in the moment watching this movie, but ultimately it wasn't a patch on the 80s Toxic Avenger movies. It had moments that I did like. It had some good gore. At times it really felt like a trauma film, but my problem with this movie, and my problem with a lot of these kind of movies that sort of package themselves up as like a wild 80s style film, is they just don't have the organic feel that the 80s had. Like, 80s movies weren't even trying, and they did what they did. These movies sort of make themselves look and feel like an 80s film, package themselves up like an 80s film, and shine a beacon on the fact that they're trying to be alternative and crazy and 80s. And for me, it just seems a bit disingenuous, and I got vibes of that from this film. So I didn't dislike the film. As I say, in the moment I liked it, I had fun with it, but for me it will always be 80s Toxic Avenger. This feels a bit out of place and just a bit strange to be a thing. So yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think, who enjoyed this, who didn't, but for me it didn't work like 80s Toxic did. Next up from Mondo Macabro, I picked up Varana, a horror movie from India. So this should be an interesting one. It looks great. It's got some cool looking creatures and monsters in it. I love that cover. So yeah, I am going to watch this one soon, and hopefully it will be as crazy and as fun as it looks. Next up from Indicator, I picked up another Vengeance of Fu Manchu. This is it now. I believe that's all 5 Christopher Lee Fu Manchu movies added into the collection. As I said in the previous video, they aren't my favourite things that Christopher Lee did, but they're okay. They've got a certain charm to them, and it's good to have all of them now to to watch at some point. Next up, Shudder have put out yet another VHS movie, VHS Beyond. I have a love-hate thing with this franchise. The first 3 or 4 I absolutely thought were amazing. The last few have not been great, so I always get these and see kind of which way they'll go. Hopefully this one will have some good segments. We'll have to see. But yeah, a couple of the last couple have really disappointed me when you compare them to particularly VHS 1 and 2, which I thought were 2 of the greatest like found footage things that I'd seen. But yeah, I'm always willing to give these movies a chance. So yeah, VHS Beyond, I'll get it on soon and see what it's like. Right, next up, okay, I picked up Weapons. Now, really was looking forward to see this movie. I heard so many good things about this film, about it being the best film of the year. Even my dad has been raving about this film for weeks and weeks. So finally got it, finally checked it out. I've got to say I was a bit underwhelmed, guys. I'm really sorry. Didn't quite go for it. I thought this had a really interesting concept of the children running off and disappearing all at the same time. That was quite an uncomfortable idea. And I kind of got like Picnic at Hanging Rock vibes at the beginning of the film. But then it goes off in various different directions, follows different characters. And for me, it just got a bit convoluted and went down a number of avenues that took it away from that initial idea. And I just found myself not really caring about what was going on. So a little bit disappointed. The ending was good. The ending was suitably crazy, and I like that. But yeah, I think maybe just a case of hearing a bit too much hype about this one. Got me set up a bit too much. So yeah, not for me. I was disappointed, but I know a lot of you guys like this one. So yeah, that's good. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Next up, just a cheap looking zombie comedy, Zombie X's. I don't even know where I found this now, but it was really cheap. It might be really funny, it might be absolutely awful. I'll find out at some point, but yeah, always good to get some zombie films into the collection anyway. And the last movie, another zombie movie, Zombie Farm. So yeah, again, your guess is as good as mine. Probably going to be terrible, but yeah, I can't resist a cheesy zombie film, so I'll check this out at some point. I might even watch it with Zombie X's and have a zombie double bill. So there we go, guys. That's everything that I've got over the last couple of months. Thank you so much for watching these updates. As always, let me know what you think. Any movies there that you like, that you don't like, let me know. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.